Ladies and gentlemen, the Bukezi Mondoro outpost of Mali was attacked by terrorists.
لن يضروكم إلا أذى وإن يقاتلوكم يولوكم الأدبار ثم لا ينصرون.
في دولة أو شعلة أو حتى أحلام سفيه دولة أو شعلة أو حتى أحلام سفيه قد صدق الأسد وزمجروا بها لما النظير قد درى عذابها قد صدق الأسد وزمجروا بها.
And these terrorists, they were from the JNIM set. They actually took this outpost, neutralized a lot of troops of the Farmer Brigade.
سالموهم للقاذفات الرواجم أسمعوهم صوت الرصاص رعودا تخلع القلب من صدور الضراغم فمحال أن نخذل الحق يوما أو نخون الأحرار أهل المظالم أو نعيد اللقيط فينا رئيسا دون هذا الهراء حز الغلاصم قد وضعنا على الرماح نفوسا وارتضينا الجنان خير المغانم فحياة بعزة الدين.
And they actually, put some of this military personnel on the run.
واستبشري بخلافة الإسلام ترجع من جديد ويعود شرع الله بين الناس والحكم الرشيد.
We saw the video because the JNIM posted it on their social media. But I thought there was a little bit of social media stunt there because I can't believe it. But according to the video, they showed that the Malian troops were on the run. But ladies and gentlemen, they were very, very quick to propagate this. And the funny thing was, I was seeing some Malians even praising the terrorists for killing a lot of troops. Ladies and gentlemen, this attack was so fierce to the point where the farmers of Mali had to take on their heels. There are videos showing the farmers of Mali running for their life because the number of terrorists that came for them was just overwhelming. I have not seen anything like that before. It was like a total incursion. And ladies and gentlemen, a lot of weapons were left behind by the farmers of Mali. A lot of people are calling them cowards, but no, what I felt like, they were not prepared. They were not fully fortified enough. And this terrorist strike in the early hours of the day. Now, when the farmers left, the only people that stood their ground and they went head on with these terrorists were the Wagner machineries of Russia. It was fully one-on-one. But ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, these Wagner machineries were eliminated. Oh, wow. There are clips of one of the Wagner machinery that has been killed. The terrorists actually, they were happy about it. Now, let me tell you where anybody from now on, anybody that speaks in favor of France in Mali should be sentenced to life imprisonment. It should be a treasonable offense now, because based on what I noticed on the platform of this JNIM, they actually celebrated the attack of Ukraine on the Russian airfield. Did you notice a link It's not because of Russia. It is because of the people that are fighting against Russia. And who are the people that are fighting against Russia? You know them. So the war to destabilize the AES, to them, is more important than ever. If they lose the war in Ukraine, where will they get all the resources they spent? Most especially France. All the donations to Ukraine. So that is why they are intensifying this fight. But I think the reason why the Malians have not been able to get enough success like the Burkina Faso keep getting on all fronts is because they are not recruiting the way the Burkinabes are recruited. I think Mali needs some VDPs, because the number that ran into that camp was just man. But well, the retaliation happened almost immediately. Assimi Goita made a very swift decision, a very swift counter-offensive decision. The Malian troop went full scale to this Bukezi outpost, where they launched both area incursion and ground incursion. It was a rapid response. Ladies and gentlemen, as we speak, a lot of terrorists have been neutralized. The funny thing about this terrorist group was that after carrying out that successful attack the first time, they did not expect a counter-offensive. They thought it was the Mali under France, when France was still in Mali. So they stayed at that outpost, thinking they had the capacity and the capability to maintain the outpost. But when the Malians came back, ladies and gentlemen, it was blood on the IC. It was blood all over the place, because the Malians neutralized these terrorists beyond repair. And as you can see in this picture, there is a lot of terrorist elements on the floor. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, the thing about this is that I think these terrorists are actually concentrating on the AES at a maximum capacity, because according to what we heard, without the AES, the Francophone country cannot afford to pay what France has always taken from its Francophone colony. According to what we heard, they said the AES states, they are the backbone of the French economy. Without those people, migration is going to transform. Migration is going to transverse their position. French citizens are going to start coming to Africa to seek for their means of livelihood. Is that possible? Do you believe that? Ladies and gentlemen, more powers to the Malian troops that keep on, you know, putting their lives on the line so that the citizens can have peace and prosperity. Ladies and gentlemen, Aluta Continua, Victoria Santa. Stay tuned to us. We'll see you on the next video.